Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Nuthouse Book Club show, which we're presenting to you this evening. Please allow me to introduce the improvisers that will be entertaining you tonight. There's August Zamzo, Mandy Bumpus, Tristan Lintz, Johnson, and Isabella Meza. And they're all here. What?
No, sorry, host.
Oh,
my
gosh.
video is
gosh.
unable to start video.
Everyone.
Oh, no.
Scratch the opening. We're starting over. Just kidding. One moment. Okay. And now with cameras, August Zamzo,
I'm here.
Johnson,
Hey, there we go.
Mandy, Tristan, and Isabella. That's everyone.
Emma?
Oh gosh. Jeez Louise.
It says that you stopped my video.
Censorship.
How about now?
No, tonight.
How
That
about
was all from us. Have a great weekend.
Mandy!
Okay.
And now all the improvisers are here. That was the first game of the evening called How to Get Everyone on Stage. And now that everyone's present, we're going to go into the next game of the evening, which is called 77 Somethings. And to get our suggestion for this game, August, can you tell us an object that you read about in the last book you read?
Sure. So one object I read about in the last book I read was a pack of gum. It's just a standard, but this is from the 60s.
Okay.
It got stolen by some kids, and then another kid decided to
Okay. A pack of gum. We got it. Thank you. A pack of gum whenever anyone's ready to get started.
77 pieces of gum walk into kind of a dirty bar and they go, "Oh, why is the floor sticky?"
77 pieces of gum walk into a bar and they say, "This blows."
77 pieces of gum walks into a bar. The bartender says, "You got to stop dreaming big." And the gum said, "Why you want to burst my bubble?"
Good.
Yes.
Sorry, August. But August, can you tell us about a different object that you read about in the last book you read?
I'd
You
love
haven't read that many books.
Well, I'm an English major, so I'm technically supposed to have done that. It doesn't mean it's happened. Another thing that I read about in a book recently was a glass of wine, a nice
Excellent. Thanks, August. All right. Getting right into it. 77 glasses of wine whenever anyone's ready.
77 glasses of wine walk in. The bartender says, "What can I get you?" It's like, "Anything. My children just keep whining."
77 glasses of wine walk into the bar. The bartender says, "I'm going to have to see some IDs to see if you're aged appropriately to come in here."
77 glasses of wine walk into a bar, and they're all complaining about diversity and, forced hiring of minorities, and the bartender's like, "Oh, you must all be white."
77 glasses of wine walk into a bar, and the bartender looks over and says, "Man, every glass of wine has really nice legs."
Great.
Cups of wine walk into a bar and they are just miserable. They're like freaking out, and someone asks them what happened and they go, "I can't see without my glasses."
Excellent, everyone. August, do you have you read about any last objects?
You're getting into a danger. How many books have I even read? I can't tell. Another thing that I read about in a book was an addict. But that's not useful for our purposes. But what was in that attic? A crate. There was a crate in the attic in the book that I read.
Okay. So a crate. Whenever 77 crates to be specific, whenever anyone's ready.
76 crates walk into a bar, and one of them is on the phone with the 77th crate, trying to convince them to come to the bar. And they're like, "Come on, man, don't be a square."
Good. Excellent.
77
Please,
crates.
Mandy.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. Do your joke.
77 crates walking into a bar, and they're really big crates, which means that they must drink a lot in order to get drunk. And the bartender sees that he's going to have to serve a lot of alcohol to a lot of crates, and he's had a really busy work shift, and he just can't handle it, and so he just quit on the spot and goes home, but then he realizes that since he has no job, he doesn't have a source of income, meaning his life is going to be very difficult in this time of COVID-19.
Of 77
And
crates. 77 crates walk into a bar, and one of the crates gets between like all the other crates, and it gets a little claustrophobic, and it says, "Hey, I'm feeling really boxed in here, you guys." I swear I won't interrupt anymore.
Thank you, everyone, for telling us those amazing jokes. We have another game this evening, and this game will require some suggestions for the audience. So anyone in the audience, if you're dealing with anything, if you're having any struggles or you need advice on anything, we would be happy to give you that advice. So go ahead and leave that in the chat, and we're going to give you good advice, bad advice, and worse advice. So as the audience starts putting their their problems in the chat and things that they need our help with, are there 3 players that would like to get us started? Excellent. And then, oh my goodness. Well, I'm so glad you all want to play, because this is a game for all of you. But for the first round, we'll have August on good advice, Tristan on bad advice, and Isabella on worse advice. And let's go to the chat. Oh my goodness, everyone, Noah is having trouble because he cannot meet Meryl Streep. Whenever anyone's ready to start helping, please go ahead.
I'll go ahead. Hi, Noah. I'm just imagining you in my mind, and I'm just thinking about your handsome visage, and I'm sure that if you really dedicated yourself to meeting Meryl Streep, that you could do it. You know, social media is just so powerful of a tool that I'm sure if you like reached out and used your charm, there could be like 100 ways that you could meet Meryl Streep.
Now you don't want to do anything too crazy, you know, because you don't want to like get arrested. But I guess there's nothing wrong with, I would say, like driving slowly past her mansion, and like maybe you'll see her, I don't know, get in the paper or putting mail in her mailbox, and then you can roll down the window and say hi.
We've gotten such great advice, such great. But I think you should take it even a step further. You should go inside her mansion, kidnap her, take her to your basement. I know a guy that'll cover the whole scene up. No one will know you for months if she's gone. They're a great Meryl Streep impersonator. You take her to your basement. You basically say, "Hey, I want your autograph." You somewhat torment her to give her your autograph, and she gets your autograph, you know, switching through. And then afterwards, you give her back to the public. You might get arrested in the process, but if you really want to meet Meryl Streep, I think you should do this.
Thank you, everyone. Nova, please do with that advice what you will. Next, can we have Isabella on good advice, Mandy on bad advice, and Johnson on worse advice? And the question at hand is from Jared, and they're low on money these days, and they need something fast and easy. And I'm assuming cheap, because they started out with they're low on money. So please take it away, Isabella.
I always suggest going to the 99-cent store. 99-cent store is always cheap. You can get a quick microwave meal. You can get some essentials. They have essentials there. Easy to get on a budget. If you have $10, you can get a good pack of stuff. They also have groceries now. So if you're willing to risk it, since you're on a tight budget, I suggest you get that.
So, what a lot of people don't know, I used to work at Safeway in the deli, and at the end of almost every night, there'd be a ton of leftover food in the hot case and in the salad case, and we'd have to throw it all away because we couldn't just leave it in the store. So what we would do is we would take all that extra food, dump it in a bag, put that bag in a box, and then throw it in the trash. What I'm trying to say is there's some free food. All you need to do is look into the trash can behind your nearest grocery store.
You see, that's good, but I think we need to take it one step further with this trash can business. Dumpster diving has become an extremely profitable and extremely easy job these days. So while you're in the Safeway garbage looking for your bagels or whatnot, just try to find if you can find like any unopened products. You can do this behind like the Walmart or Target as well. Most of the time, they throw out perfectly good stuff that you can either keep or resell.
Well, in my opinion, that was good, better, and best advice. So, excellent scene, everyone. Thank you for playing. And now we're going to move forward into our herald for the evening. And for us to start this herald, I'm going to need a story from one of our improvisers about something that happened to them that had to do with books. Okay, Isabella, whenever.
We don't want to hear about your
What?
books anymore. August.
Okay.
We want to hear about my books, okay? Don't try to
Whenever
steal
you're
my
ready.
spotlight. Okay. So when I was younger, around middle schoolish, I had, let's say, a somewhat infatuation with books. I would bring 2 tote bags that were the largest size of groceries, and I would pack books all the way to the top, and I would read them in the span of 3 months, not 3 months, a month, 3 weeks, a month, and it was either a 7 series book, an 8 series books, contained manga, a whole bunch of books. Then one day, this person stopped me and they're like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what's wrong?" They're like, "I see you carrying 2 books back and forth every month. Doesn't your back hurt?" And I'm like, "I need my stories, man." That person looked me in the light and started laughing. The librarian was like, "Shh." They never challenged me again. You're on mute.
Muted.
Thank you so much for telling that lovely story. And if there are 2 players that would like to get us started, please take it away.
I need my books, man. I gotta have my stories.
Look, I've been giving you so many stories lately, but since you're my favorite customer, I'm gonna give you a deal. I have this book right here. Pretty good. This book to go with it. This one's about a heart tragedy. This one's about the government and politics. If you want some of that nonfiction, that good stuff, you know what I mean? The good stuff.
Anything I can get, man. It's been so hard since the government outlawed books.
I know, man. This history book's talking about all the Roman histories and the Alexander. This is my stuff. And since you're my favorite customer, I'll give you the price. $250.
250? Okay, yeah. We can.
Yeah. Usual place you want to go down?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Switch. Oh boy, have we got a haul to throw in the fire today?
Oh my gosh, that's quite a stack. I didn't know there
just
was even
seeing all
that
these
many.
disgusting books just makes me want to puke.
Yeah. Frankly, I am 100% with you. I'm tired of all these people that know how to read making me feel dumb all the time.
I know.
And it's
I mean,
time to get rid of their books.
I mean, like, look at this. Like, what does this say? I don't know. So, I mean, away it goes. Let me just open my.
Right. And it's always, this is really good
Oh.
work. I can't bring any books to the fire this week because security at the library has really picked up around my town. So
how did you get that? How did you get that job at the library without knowing how to read?
Okay, it's honestly really a complicated story. So my mom is like friends with the librarian. So it just kind of I got the job that way. But that being said,
Pastor Mike, I get that it's a big book, but the Bible you gave me is so heavy that my back hurts every single time I carry it in my backpack. Is it really necessary to read all of it to learn about Jesus?
It is, my dear. If you really want to bring into your heart all of the light that you can find, you need to lug that hunkin' brick around. And not only that, you need to not get arrested for it. Remember, the government outlawed books not that long ago.
I know, but like, not only is it really hurting my back, but technically it's not just one book. It's like over 50 books, isn't it? So like,
Yeah, and it's technically a book felony to have that many books combined into one book. You gotta be careful.
Switch. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Zoom detention. I do expect that you will remain here the whole time, looking at the camera in silence.
I don't see why we're here. All I did was maybe steal a couple of books and burn them. Nothing wrong. That is my God-given right as in the law that has stated this past years. Mhm.
Can't you at least put like a Where's Waldo picture in front of your camera so we have something to do?
Yeah, that's good. I haven't seen Waldo in a while.
Yeah, hey, I was kind of hoping, wait, hey, Teach, would you turn off would you just leave? I was hoping I could smoke a cigarette in here, and it's gonna be hard to do it if you're watching your webcam.
Absolutely not. While you're on Zoom, you're in my classroom. I don't care if you're in your own house. Yes.
Hi. I just wanted to reiterate again that I had my hall pass in the other pocket when the person stopped me, and I actually just couldn't find it at the time, so really I shouldn't be here. Can I do it?
I believe that.
I'm so bored.
Folks, what is about silence?
Teacher, can I throw this at them? Can I throw this?
No.
It might hit their head. They might go unconscious, but it's better than them talking. Just gotta say, teacher. Like, I'm trying to help you out here. Just, bah, bah, bah. They're done, not talking. Will
I'm
they be alive? I don't know.
right now. I gotta go. I'm gonna turn off my camera, and you're not gonna smoke a cigarette, Teach.
And I'll mail you a copy of my hall pass that was in my pocket.
I don't have an excuse. You're just pretty boring, and I really don't care. So, bye.
I just have nothing better to do.
You're free
Yeah.
to.
So, what happened? I was supposed to meet you on Mulberry Lane to pass you the books. What do I see instead? A cop. Why is a cop there where your usual spots to pick up the books? Huh?
I don't know, man. That's why I didn't come. I was on my way and I saw the cop up the street where we usually meet, and I just turned around. I couldn't do it, man. I was too scared.
I think I know what I think you are. You're a narc, okay? You work for the
What?
cops.
No, never.
Mm-hmm. You're trying to get me in trouble. You're trying to get me in
man,
trouble.
of course. You know how much I enjoy a good story. Why would I ever want to get you in trouble?
Maybe you're one of those people that don't know how to read, huh? Those troublemakers that burn all those books. I need to do this for a living. I have a family to feed, okay? I got children. They're not necessarily my children, but I got them.
Of course I know how to read. Why on earth would I get books from you otherwise?
Really? Really?
Yeah.
What does it say?
I can't see because of the light.
Uh-huh. See, that's what a non-reader would say.
But man, I can read just fine.
All right, all right. What does it say?
It's red.
See, another instance. I'm gonna tell my folks. I'm gonna tell my higher ups, and they're gonna get you. They're gonna get you.
I haven't done anything wrong.
Switch. It's gone too far, in my opinion. That's hilarious.
Look at this gibberish. How can anyone read this? I mean, seriously.
Exactly. And they expect children to do this in schools.
It looks like foreign script.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And I've been trying to do what I can to keep as many kids away from the library as possible. But the field trips, I mean, they're just getting out of hand.
They just don't stop it. Like every day, like one bus leaves, another one comes in.
Yes, and they're only letting me check out one book at a time now, so I can't burn them at the rate that the children are coming into the library.
Hmm. You
So I
know,
think we're
do you
gonna need
have
a
like,
new.
go ahead, sorry.
I think we're gonna need a new plan to get rid of all these books faster.
Do you have like some kind of room like in the library that isn't used much?
Yeah, we do. We have a storybook room. We only use it when the kids come in for reading hour.
Hmm. How about this? Is there like a certain chair you sit at when you read the stories to the children?
Oh my gosh, yes, it's so comfortable. Well, I only sit in it when the library is off because they have me sanitize the room after.
Yeah.
It's honestly super comfortable. It's huge. It's awesome.
So here's what I'm thinking. You put you like cut a hole in the floor next to the chair, and then you put like some kind of table over it with a hole in it, and then after you read the book, you act like you're putting it on the table, but you actually drop it down the hole, and the hole leads to the furnace in the basement, and the book is burned.
That's really good.
Switch or twitch. My dear, how is your terrible back arthritis progressing?
It's getting worse, to be honest. I mean, are you sure every single book is necessary? I mean, look at this. Like, the book of Jonah, literally, it's only 4 pages. Like, couldn't we at least cut out the book of Jonah?
My dear, you cannot question the will of the people that wrote this novel a long time ago.
I thought
Just,
God
just
wrote it.
carry the weight, and the arthritis will, I don't know, it will probably get better.
I thought God wrote the Bible. Wait, just regular humans wrote the Bible?
Let's not get into the politics of it right now.
The
Let's
Bible was just political?
No, that is not what I'm saying at all. Let's change the subject.
No, I've been so scared of getting arrested for carrying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like over 50 books in my backpack. Some of which are so fucking useless. Like, who the hell reads Nahum or Haggai? Who reads those books? And now you're telling me it's just written by a bunch of humans being political?
Well, and we found some of them in manuscripts in caves, but that's not what's important here. What's important is that you're committing multiple book felonies all the time, and you should probably pretend to not be able to read to fit in.
I'm committing multiple book felonies for a religion that might have been faked by humans for political gain? That's what this has been about?
We don't have to get into the details of it. There's other things involved.
What other things? Because right now it really feels like I don't want to be involved in this anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna level with you here. I can't read.
Switch. Okay, librarians, it's really a good time for us all to get our heads together and start brainstorming, because I think we've all been experiencing a similar issue with the library being taken over in some cases by preteens. I found that for my library, it was when we started stocking the Percy Jackson novels. And I was just wondering what you all are doing to deal with the preteens in your libraries.
Honestly,
Well-
that's your first mistake. I would say, you just got to stock things that are going to confuse them, that don't make any sense to them. Make sure you get that upper level literature that's really dull and sad. And that kind of keeps them away from what I've seen.
Okay, thank you.
Agreed. I purchased a whole bunch of literature of American government, Born in Blood and Fire, and Latin American voices. Just like all of those stuff, because people don't seem to have in common history. And I decided, I know it's taboo. It's taboo to write in books. I'm sorry, God lords, book lords, but I ripped out pages of the Twilight series where Edward confesses his love, and I said ligma.
So what I do is I don't even let the preteens in my library anymore, because I've turned my library into an 18+ themed library. So we allow people to check out books, but they're all like nudie mags or erotic magazines, and all of our librarians now dress like those sexy librarians in 80s heavy metal music videos. I suggest you go that route.
Yeah, well, so what
I
I did
hi-
is I actually took the opposite approach. You know how some libraries have those little like kiddie lounges with like, stimulating toys and children's books. I expanded our section to take up the majority of the library. So when the preteens walk in, they realize it's not for them, and they get bored and walk out.
I hired someone to read all those like popular series all the teens are reading, and then when the teens start lining up outside the library, he drives by in his car with a megaphone and yells out all the spoilers so they don't want to check
Oh,
out the book.
that's good.
That is so
Okay.
smart.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Um,
Those were some awesome tips. I think you're going to be seeing a new library from me next week. So thanks everyone for your help.
Bye-bye. Okay. I'm gonna have to trust you this time, okay? I'm losing my supplies. All of my clients are going to jail. My usual hookup that gets me the books is saying that their books are going missing. Someone's burning them up. They think it's a couple of kids, non-reader kids, that keep on checking their books out and burning them, but they said they've been trying to find some evidence, but it's so hard.
Hello, I'm here to pick up a book stack to be delivered to a library. So if you could just point me in the direction of all of your books, I will be collecting them for the library right now.
We don't have any books here. I'm sorry if you're books. What are books? I'm a non-reader. I can't read. Ha ha ha.
Say no
what
more.
about- yeah.
Say no more. I'm not a reader either. No, that's why I'm here actually. Just looking for books. But I'm glad to hear that you aren't readers either.
Yeah.
Speaking of people who don't read, I just learned that my pastor, who made me read this entire Bible, including all the books at the end of the Old Testament no one gives a shit about, can't read himself. And he admitted that it's not written by God, but by a bunch of humans for political reasons. I don't care if I'm going to go to jail for admitting it. I wasted so much of my life. I just want to burn the Bible.
I think you can.
I
report
think you
book
should do
felonies
that.
anonymously. I think you can report book felonies anonymously to your local police.
Oh no, your book
Wait a
is
minute.
bad. I think you should give it to me.
Or me.
Or
I wouldn't
me.
even give it to him, but there's no reason to report any book felony. I would say there wasn't any book felonies around.
No book felonies. You made me carry that damn Bible in my backpack for 5 years straight. You made me commit a serious crime every day of my life for the last 5 years. What do you have to say to that?
Oh, look, the donation hat needs collecting. I better go and deal with that.
And
What?
scene. All right. Thank you everyone for doing that, Harold. Lovely work. We have one game left this evening. It is a game called Objection, and we'll need a suggestion from the audience for a multi-sided argument. Something like the world's best vegetable or the best meal of the day. And when we have a suggestion, we'll get started with the heated discussion. Oh, okay. The best area of Walmart, whenever anyone's ready to get us going.
Well, the best area of Walmart is definitely the clothing section because unlike other like mall type stores like Hollister and Aeropostale, like you can get really cheap clothes at Walmart. And
Objection.
honestly,
Objection. They never have my size because all of these people keep on taking the large. Okay, I need the large. Okay. What you should be looking at is the bicycle sections, because you can actually ride around in the bicycles and it's fun. And if you ride fast enough, you can ride out of the store.
Objection. An injury on those floors, I think, would be quite substantial. I don't know if that's exactly safe. Okay, well, I'm from a little place called Pullman, Washington, and my favorite section of the Walmart has to be the Cougar section. Go Cougs!
Objection.
Not every Walmart has a Coug section.
Too much school spirit.
Okay. Now the best section of Walmart is the spray paint section. Because contrary to popular belief, they don't seal their cans of paint, so they're really good for huffing.
Objection. I used to do that, but then I got lost in the Walmart and forgot where I was. And that's why I think the sportsman section is the best part of Walmart. And I'll tell you why. You need fish hooks to go fishing. They're there. You need fishing poles.
Nobody likes the players on the Cougs football team.
Well, and that's it's well, you know, if you're going for sport, I don't know how to play basketball.
Objection. Your favorite part of Walmart is dedicated to the slaughtering of animals? Yeah. Well, I would say my favorite section of Walmart is pretty broad, considering that the Walton Company is just so charitable in donating their products to people like me.
Objection. I can smell your Walmart corporate sponsorship from here.
Oh, you got the wrong idea, buddy.
And August wins with his amazing ability to smell corporate sponsorship. Good work, August. Well-trained nose. And that's our show for this evening. Improvisers, how are you feeling after all that?
Catamaran!
Catamaran. Excellent. Well, good night, everyone. Thank you for coming to the show, and I hope we see you next week on Friday.